Hey, what's going on, people? What's going on, people? So I'm in the boardroom today of One Sound Vibe. I've been housed here for the last month since our big flood and hurricane in Puerto Rico. What was it? Irma, something like that. Fiona. Not even too sure what her name was, but she came through really wet. And I like women who come through wet, but not like that. My house was flooded. I came to Houston, where I went through a whole bunch of just life situations. Lost this, got ganked, got robbed, found myself in a situation that was very scary, but also very exhilarating at the same time, because I just realized like Houston isn't a place where I really know anyone, and I'm here by myself. But I figured this is what a hustler is being all about. Getting into or finding yourself in these little towns with work, and tapping in and finding out who in the community is looking for this work, who is looking for, that uncut, that raw. Because at the end of the day, a hustler can find and make his way anywhere. Put me anywhere on God's green earth, and I will triple or even 10x my worth. And that is the mindset that I'm trying to create, not even create, I'm trying to highlight for a lot of you entrepreneurs out there, a lot of you young entrepreneurs, a lot of you Gen Zers, a lot of the youth that haven't even gotten it really into the Gen Z space yet, but who are going to be looking as to who do I follow into this next version of the internet, into this next version of the world, into this post FTX debacle. Shout out to all, my FTT token holders. I told y'all, get out of that bad boy. But that's for a whole nother conversation. But nonetheless, it bleeds into this because we who are woke to the system and to the way the system works realize that fundamentally the monetary system that is working in this globe does not work. It's built on a house of cards. And when you try to recreate it in a transparent dynamic, it falls in on itself way faster. Now it grows way faster, but it falls on itself way faster as well. So, hence building the major alpha mindset, the major alpha framework. That right there teaches you how to operate in Web3 with NFT projects, launching cryptocurrencies, utilizing the blockchain, but also tapping into the soft skills, empathy, gratitude, cooperation, right? Conflict resolution. How do you talk to women? Can you cook? Can you build? Can you MacGyver anything? Can you reverse engineer a situation that you're in? That's what all of this was really about. I don't know nobody in Houston. I met my guy, Lafayette, once. We spoke. He plugged me in with a couple of people who ultimately were trying to just mine information from me. And you already know I don't really get down with that. I like giving info, but when you're trying to mine it under the guise that we're gonna do business, and then, I give you all of this alpha, and then I don't hear from you anymore. You know what I mean? Those are the type of people that are out there. And yeah, I get duped from here to there, but you know what? You can't dupe somebody who gives willingly. I don't give with hopes to get back. That's the issue. So I'm never necessarily, upset or determined. It's just one more person that I don't have to worry about. But regardless of which, here, right now, I am talking about alpha strategies and how this is going to work. So it's like when you start to work with people and then you realize, man, these folks are just no different. They're trying to get the knowledge to go make some money. They're trying to get the knowledge to build a system so they can keep it. That's not what we're about. We're about building so that way you can have a safe space to move into, so that way you can get yourself and your family out of your malaise, your confusion, your dysfunction, and create steps to get your ass off the block and into blockchain successfully. Yeah, man, successfully. So today we're going to talk about the LUMI. The LUMI. Now, the LUMI is something that I previously I didn't know. The LUMI is a token, not even a token. See, in crypto, this is not even a token. This is a currency, a world currency released. Here we go, by Queen of Sheba. By Queen Sheba of Africa. She created the LUMI to tap into the African diaspora. Let me just get this info up right here. All right. Introducing the Pan-African currency of the economic community of the African diaspora, 6th region, Eco 6, and the currency of the state of the African diaspora. Wow, what does all of that mean? And look, as we go on, you're going to see this, because I'm also sending these things to my bankers, right? Because we're going to be building out some framework underneath this. And it's an important thing. It's an important thing, especially for those who want to feel impactful on the continent without having really been of the continent. Even though we are diaspora, like a lot of you haven't even been to Africa, a lot of you don't even really know many Africans, and the Africans that you do know, you disrespect. You don't really look at them as an extension of you, or you yourself as an extension of them. There is quite a rift in the Black community. When I say Black, I just use that as what the years of trauma have created, because it's the people's, right? But the years of trauma have made us hard to work with and together, right? There's the different levels of Black when it comes to the United States. And so let's talk about that, right? So you have the different areas. And look, at the end of the day, I'm not really even trying to get too political, even though this is the political thing, I guess, because when we talk about the Pan-African diaspora, it means a lot of things to a lot of folks. So let's just read through this so you guys can understand what I'm talking about here. So, state of the Pan-African diaspora, all right? The new Pan-African global currency. Introducing the Pan-African currency of the economic community of the African diaspora, 6th region, and the currency of the state of the African diaspora. ECO6 and SOAD, I'm sure that stands for something, has decided to adopt the LUMI as a currency. The LUMI is underwritten by 100 kilowatts of solar energy and convertible to 4 grains of gold. 4 grains of gold in weight equals 0.02657 grams. The current value of the LUMI is $15.96 of USD. All right? So 1 LUMI is worth close to $16. Okay? Now that is something that I didn't know about. I didn't know about this. Why is that? Why is the African diaspora the last to know about things that the African diaspora does? Or the Africa does? Why is that? There's so much on the news. Why aren't we knowing? Why aren't we learning this? Why? Because we're getting our information from sources who don't necessarily benefit by us learning about this. Okay? So I'm putting you up on some game right now. All right, let's go on. An all-African stimulus for health, environment, and economy, right, will be provided to all members of the diaspora. All right, so again, an all-African stimulus for health, environment, and economy will be provided for members of the diaspora nations, all right, territories, realms worldwide, and the kingdoms and territories of Africa. The Pan-African stimulus package is made up as follows. Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. Because, so Africa decided to say, hey, we know there's a bunch of y'all out there, and we want to get y'all back here to help us build our mother Africa, our mother continent. But you guys are all dispersed throughout the Caribbean, throughout the US, the Americas, in different kind of kingdoms, in different treaty states. But we are going to release something directly for you if you describe yourself as African diaspora. And you'll get LUMI. Yeah. So this is the African stimulus for health, environment, and economy, right? So it's the African stimulus African stimulus for health, environment, and economy. All right? And they left out an H. But, you know, I reserve the right for, artistic adaptation, right? So it's the African stimulus for health, environment, and economy. Ashi! Okay? All right. Now, here's where it gets interesting, folks. Here's where it gets interesting. So, right now, one LUMI is equal to $15.96. Now let's see, this was as of, you may be getting this at a different date and time. Okay? So one LUMI is worth $15.96. Okay, hold on. There's more coming. Now, this is the wildest thing about it. So this is going on in Africa really as a, let's talk about it. Africa's been stolen from all of life. It stole its people, stole its culture, stole its artifacts, stole its religions, stole all the things, and then used these things to build other things and create other religions and create other empires. And the continent, which still is getting plundered and pillaged to this day, has left many people who are underserved, underserviced. What are they looking for? Us. They're looking for us to come back and build. Right? But us over here, look, at the end of the day, there's a lot of y'all that don't even want to go to Africa, that really think it's a shithole. That's cool. Stay where you're at, because we can use you somewhere else. But for those who want to go back and see this as an opportunity, here's your opportunity. Okay? Here's your opportunity. And this is what we're going to talk about. So, again, the LUMI was created for the African diaspora. You don't have to just live on the continent. You don't have to be, you don't have to be, well, actually, you just have to be of African descent. And you don't all have to look black, right? Because we all know that there's white Africans out there. Shout out to Elon. Like the richest African American out there. That's crazy. All right, so again, so all in this African stimulus package for health, environment, and economy, right? So it will be provided to the members of diaspora nations, territories, realms, worldwide, and the kingdoms and the territories of Africa, okay? So Africa gets it for sure. So we fall into the diaspora of the nations, territories, and realms worldwide, right? So it's for those people of, the diaspora, for nations, territories, and kingdoms. All right, so nations would be things like Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, Bahamas, Dominica, St. Croix, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, St. Bart's, all those saints, Puerto Rico, Cuba, right? Those are what we're talking about. We're talking about Caribbean islands. We're talking about things like CARICOM. Yeah, that's probably not even Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico doesn't even know about CARICOM. We're talking about CARICOM, the Federation of Caribbean Islands. All right, those are easy to tap into. Those they talk with each other, and they can tap in, right? All right, so let's get back to this. And look, guys and girls, don't get it twisted here. It's not like I denounce as Brother Tariq says, the foundational African Americans, the foundational black people here stateside. Super cool. I got no smoke with y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all were the curators of hip hop, for many years. But at the end of the day, Kool Herc is the father of it, a Jamaican. So, but nonetheless, hip hop as a culture is uniquely African American, foundational Black Americans. Now, the foundation is Jamaican, Puerto Rican, Black African. You know what I mean? Like, that's the foundation for sure. And there's Jewish people involved in it too. All right, like let's be real, you know. But what I embody is Jamaica. I am a Jamaican, born in the United States, living as a Jamaican in the United States. So yes, I'm a Jamaican, right? That's something a little different. So I am too Yardie to be a Yankee and too Yankee to be a Yardie. So we always have our lane, and you know who you are out there, those who feel the same. But this is the cool thing about it. We got something for you. The LUMI. All right, so let's go back to this. Now, the funding, this is what's funny about it. So we get a stimulus package, right? This is a stimulus package. So the funding of this stimulus package, let me show you this. Hold on, let me make sure I can put all the zeros on this. So remember I said there's LUMI, right? So how much LUMI is there? All right, this is what it is. Here's the number. Let me see. Yep. Just so y'all know, okay, there are 6 trillion LUMI. Remember, 1 LUMI is worth, okay? So you take this number, multiply it by this. And that's how much value there is in the LUMI for the Pan-African diaspora. That's crazy. Okay? For sure. So now you get what I'm saying? So let's back this up, folks, because I want y'all to, because the thing is this. I can see something and get it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, cool. I'm like Inspector Gadget like that. But let's talk about this. So you're telling me, rather, I'm telling you that the new Pan-African global currency, the LUMI, that is focused on the diaspora, that is dedicated to stimulate, a stimulus package to empower in the areas of, first of all, you got to be African, right? So this African stimulus, right? African stimulus. LUMI is African stimulus. And it's focused on health, environment, and economy. Right? That's what we're talking about here. Let me just make sure. Because I don't want to give y'all the wrong info. I'm not trying to paraphrase. I'm just telling you what they're saying here. Yep. Health, environment, and economy. So you got health, environment, and economy. Woo! And this is African stimulus. All right? See what I'm saying? Now, does this thing make sense so far? All right? And let me tell you that this number is interesting, but we'll get to that in a bit. So you hear what's going on? So, the African, let's go through this again, because I want to make sure y'all get this. So, the Pan-African global community has created a currency, right? And it's been recognized as a currency, right? So this is a currency. So it's a global currency, right? Called the LUMI. And it's backed by kilowatt power and gold. Two things. Well, this one we can always get, right? Because of the sun. And kilowatt power turns into energy. Energy is bought. Energy is used to back the country of Africa, right? So that right there means a, what do they call those? Utility. So it's a utility company and a currency that used to back money before we took it off. Let's write this down again here. So what we're looking at, here we go. All right. Boom. So this currency is, let's see, let's make sure so you get this. All right, so Eco 6, right? So it's in this jurisdiction. But the thing is, here we go. So it has 100 right? And point 0.2657 grams yeah, go learn your damn periodic table. Okay. Okay? All right. Let's go through this now. All of this makes sense. So, the Pan-African Global Federation decided to make a currency for all the diaspora. That is, whether you're on the continent, but mostly if you are off the continent. So the diaspora has gotten taken from years ago, and we find ourselves in the Caribbean, mostly, and the United States, Canada, and the UK. But I am Jamaican. I'm Caribbean, so this is my concern. Now, I say all of this because you can do it too. You galvanize. I happen to already have 13 Caribbean islands that all represent the diaspora. So I get to work with them. So what we have here is the LUMI. The LUMI is focused on, it's an African diaspora stimulus package that focuses on health, environment, and economy. We are in the Caribbean. So when we talk about health, look, first of all, there should be nobody in the Caribbean that should be unhealthy. We have soil, we have sun, we have food, we have people, we have music, we have smiles, we have culture. But unfortunately, imperialists have come in over the years and just have ravaged us, right? So our soil sucks in a lot of places, our mindset sucks in a lot of places, and just overall, we've just been shitted on, right? So, and then plus, we are in the Caribbean. So when a hurricane comes through, we just get ravaged, you know? So our health, mental health, physical health, both now and moving forward. Our environment, you know, like people just come and just take from us. The environment, the not just where you live, we're just talking about the natural environment has been disrupted in so many ways. We have global warming. We have the idea that people are getting flooded out. These hurricanes are a bit more stronger. So we need to worry about that, the environment. The safety environment. Are women safe on our Caribbean islands? You know, are these men feeling that they're being utilized the right way? So that way they're not lashing out at those others just by frustration. You know, Jamaica's very violent in a lot of places. You know, these people are dying for no reason. So the environment, the education that has to go into this. And the economy. All of these islands are very depressed. There's a handful of islands that actually have revenue and money that's there. So we need to figure out how can we either mimic, partner up, team up, or spread the wealth a little bit better. So it's not just going into the hands of a little, and the few and the most are still at the get the shitty end of the stick. You know, like there's people out there that don't have food, and you live on an island that just grows food all over the place. I don't get that. So there's a lot of mindset. And what does this economy mean? I mean, to me, this means Web3 economy. How do we digitize the economy so that way we can get everybody involved? That's the type of stuff that we're talking about with regards to the Caribbean. So, to do this, Africa released the LUMI. And each LUMI is worth $15, $16 US. And they released 6 trillion LUMI. Yeah, y'all. So there's 6 trillion LUMI that's released to the diaspora to work on health, environment, and economy. Web3 economy in my mind. And it's backed by kilowatt, energy, and gold. So this is a real opportunity here. Now, why am I talking about this? Why is the art mob so interested in this? Simply because they're looking for those in the diaspora who are leaders who can implement something. And this is what I plan to implement, because out of CARICOM, and look, let's so this is, I just want y'all to grasp this. So there's 6 trillion LUMI. Each LUMI is worth $15.96. And it's focused on the African stimulus for health environment and economy. So we're looking for the diaspora, and CARICOM already has these islands and diaspora that has connections with the US, Canada, and UK. Okay? And these are the people that I work with. All right. All right.